It's not the perfume that makes you special, it's how you light up when you wear it. Who here likes compliments? I do. Today I will share the 5 most complimented fragrances in my collection. Compliments from my girlfriends, my boyfriend, strangers, absolutely everyone. You will be chased down the street. People will say, you smell amazing. Compliments are lovely, but they are a reflection of something much deeper. It's about our essence, our presence, how we show up when we feel good in our skin. And that's what brought me back here. Yes, I'm back. I always knew, but somewhere along the way I forgot. And I guess I needed this time away to remember that fragrance is not just about the bottle. It's about what it awakens, the memory, the story, how it makes me feel. And if it gets reactions from strangers, from friends, from your boyfriend, that's a bonus. If you've ever felt a scent stir something deep inside you, then you are in the right place. Let's start with the fragrance that got my girlfriends talking. It was a rainy spring morning in Madrid. I was on a reunion trip with my high school girlfriends. Yes, we still keep in touch after all this time. And the air was crisp, it was humid, cold. Still something felt super optimistic, like there are infinite possibilities ahead of us. As we were walking on the street, one of my girlfriends leaned in and she said, "What's that scent? Is that you, Georgia?" It was not that kind of reaction, wow, you smell amazing. It was more like, that scent is super special. It's not a typical perfumey type. And the fragrance was from Parfums de Marly, Valaya. Valaya Exclusif. The juice now started to turn yellow. And I kept it in my perfume cabinet. Let's see. It's like fresh air through a crisp linen, cobblestone streets, a soft powderiness, a whisper of almond, and a breeze of white blossom. And there is a sparkle in there too, almost like freon from the air conditioning. What's even more important than the compliment, because it happened throughout our trip, it's how it made me feel. It made me feel seen. Like my presence has a scent. Maybe you have something like that in your collection too. Something that doesn't scream but gently says, I'm here. And the right people notice. So, Valaya Exclusive from Parfums de Marly got me compliments from all my girlfriends. However, my boyfriend, from the bottle, he said it smells like flowers, but one evening I oversprayed it and he said it smells like vinegar. So it's good that I separated my compliments by the person. Of course, the taste is subjective, but this one gets me compliments from all my lady friends. For the next fragrance, even the strangers on the streets chased me. It was the high heat in Austin, Texas. I was doing my somatic breathwork training and trying to catch up with everything that was happening. And one morning it was already super hot and I was getting ready for the heat of the day and the challenges. I was walking towards the salon and I hear a lady from far behind me shouting, "You smell so good." And I was so surprised. And I also felt my confidence level rising like a battery recharge. The fragrance is from Sospiro Vibrato. And it's interesting that I gave this one a 7 out of 10 when I smelled it first. But once I wore it in the high heat and let it develop, it opened so beautifully. This smells like a breath of fresh air, like the first breath you take when you jump into a cold lake. It's the midsummer and you are skinny dipping in a lake. It's one of my secret weapons when I need to feel awake, alive, confident. There is a splash of zesty grapefruit, fresh green notes that feel like morning dew, and the whisper of powdery warmth that clings onto your skin. And the energy, pure confidence. When I wear it, I always get complimented. One evening it was again super hot, and we were getting ready to go for a cruise on a swamp lake, and the boat was super improvised with plastic chairs, and I was sitting on the front row next to a couple. We were all melting away, and the lady sitting next to me, she said to her husband, oh, wiping out her sweat from her forehead, it's so hot, but at least she smells good. And then she turned to me and I smiled, and I couldn't believe that after an entire day almost, I would still smell fresh from Vibrato. 10 out of 10 compliments every time. Completely unisex also. And maybe you have a fragrance like that that instantly brings you back to yourself whenever you feel super hot, tired, or maybe your confidence is dropping. It makes me feel radiant, like I am able to reach people even before I speak. Here's the thing, compliments are lovely, but they are just reflections of something that already exists within you. And we don't need validation from the outside world, but whenever someone else sees something beautiful in us and cannot help but say something about it, it's absolutely natural to feel a sparkle of joy bubbling inside us. It's like the universe saying, I see you. The next scent draws everyone in. I call it my universal compliment getter. For Sospiro Vibrato, I never got a compliment from my boyfriend. But the next one, imagine you are having a picnic in a golden field, surrounded by apricots and peaches and all kind of orange fruits. Soft citruses, maybe melons, and you've just showered. Your skin is smooth, touched by sun rays. Your hair is freshly washed and you smell like shampoo. My boyfriend told me it smells like tutti frutti juice. We used to have tutti frutti juice back in Romania and I would collect the labels. Hopefully I will win something. So this is a super expensive fragrance, but now you can get it at a discount. It's Xerjoff Elle. I was considering the normal Elle, this one, or Elle Anniversary, but Elle Anniversary has double the price for half the quantity and I'm not paying that. I'm not gonna pay that amount of money for a fragrance that smells like tutti frutti. Elle Anniversary is more pinkish, while normal Elle is more orange. The notes do not give away how fruity this fragrance is. It smells a bit like Mula Mula from Byron, a bit like La Capitale, but super smooth, feminine, mass appealing, and when you spray it, you may be overwhelmed, underwhelmed. When you spray it, you might be underwhelmed because for such an expensive fragrance, it's not something that throws you off your feet. But give it time and wear it and see how it makes you feel. It's not about the bottle or the scent itself, it's about how a fragrance makes you feel. And this fragrance makes me feel feminine, approachable, friendly, like the girl next door that just had her hairdo. Everyone goes to her for the best advice in the world. And what's interesting, I was going to meet one of my friends, and exactly that day I got a zit. And I got so angry because, of course, when I'm going into the city, that's the only time when my face is messed up. And I was trying to cover it up, and my boyfriend asked me, were you able to do it? And I said, no, I was grumpy running around the house. And then he said, it doesn't matter, you smell amazing. And it was Xerjoff Elle. It softens all my anger, and it makes me feel soft and lovable, just as I am, no matter the situation. One time I was on the train, and in Switzerland, there is an area where you have a curved sofa, and I was sitting there, and the guy came and sat next to me. We were not super close, like opposite edges. I could sense my scent bubble filling up the space, and then he pulled out a travel size perfume and he sprayed it on him. He didn't know what hit him, but I could feel that he was trying to rise to the level of the scent that was around him. So Xerjoff Elle is super approachable, nice, not innovative, but a very nice fragrance dedicated to femininity, softness, playfulness, and elegance. It's a good one, complimented every time. Is there a scent in your collection that brings up the side of you, the approachable, easygoing, welcoming? The radiant version of you that doesn't even realize how magnetic she is? And the next fragrance, this is the one that my boyfriend loves. I don't even need to tell you much about it. Every time I wear it, my boyfriend asks, "What is this fragrance? What are you wearing?" And I always say, "It's Hypnotic Poison by Dior." And he said, "Yes, I remember. I gifted it to you." And then he forgets again. It doesn't matter. He never forgets the scent. It's been around for decades, but I discovered it, I think, 2 years ago, and I cannot imagine my life without it. It smells like a warm hug, but not in a cliche way. It smells like someone truly sees you and holds space for you. That's how it wears. I love how it lingers. Even the next morning on my skin is that type of scent. If timeless femininity has a scent, this is it. It's powdery but warm, vanilla wrapped in a powdery almond cloud with a whisper of soft sandalwood. Not creamy but powdery in the smoothest way. There's also a tiny flicker of spice, caraway, timeless, a classic that never misses. This isn't about my boyfriend's taste. It's about the feeling. It's about how the fragrance makes me feel. And it makes me feel feminine, soft, sensual, enveloping. Like the version of me who doesn't try to be feminine. She just is. Have you ever felt that way? Maybe you already have a fragrance in your collection that makes you feel this way. A fragrance that brings you back to your body and your beauty in the most effortless way. Maybe you already have hypnotic poison. There is a high likelihood. This is the eau de toilette. And finally, the fragrance that gave me the most important compliment of all. This fragrance took me back instantly to my 20s. I was lying on a sunbed, my body completely calm, and I was sipping lychee champagne, my skin golden, shiny, smooth. When I woke up from the dream, I smelled my wrist, and I was wearing Attrape-Reves from Louis Vuitton. And I said, I smell so good. Juicy lychee, creamy peony, delicate rose petals, and a soft cocoa heart wrapped in a dreamy cloud. This scent reminds me that I don't need to be anywhere else. I already hold the magic I'm chasing. And it reminds me that I don't need to perform, I don't need to wear any out of this world fragrance. This is another one that is super mass appealing, but at the same time is very long lasting and it's done in a 10 out of 10 way. I have been wearing it non-stop lately. The bottle was full. This one, Attrape-Reves, some say it's sensual, bombshell fragrance that it turns heads. You wear it when you want to be flirty. I don't see it this way. My boyfriend didn't give me any compliments on it. He said it smells like a designer fragrance. Me, I wear it for myself. I wear it when I want to feel good in my own body, girly, fun. And it smells like ease, like it doesn't need to prove anything. And that's why I love it. Remember, it's not the fragrance that makes you special, it's how you show up when you feel good in your skin. Maybe that's what we all need, a reminder that we are enough as we are, even when no one else is around. That was it for today. Thank you so much for watching, for liking this video, for subscribing. Before I go, I want to leave you with a quote by Anaïs Nin. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. What do you think about that? Let me know below what's your scent of the day and how does it make you feel. I'm sending you a big hug and so much love. And until next time, follow the scent trail back to yourself. Bye.